Ione Wells. Well, with me now is Manpreet Kaur from Birmingham, who has been supported by two not-for-profit organisations which receive grants from the British Gas Energy Trust charity. And also joining me from that charity is Jessica Taplin, CEO of the British Gas Energy Trust. It is a charity independent of British Gas, which focuses on relieving fuel poverty. Welcome, both of you. Thank you for joining us. Manpreet, first of all, tell us about the difficulties that you've been experiencing.
So I had a baby about a year ago. I got in touch with a network called Young Mum Support Network. At the time, I was being really underpaid in terms of benefit-wise because I didn't have any access to maternity. So they actually really helped me out and they put me in touch with Income Max. So Income Max did a quick assessment with me, checked everything. I was really getting underpaid at the time. I didn't know I had access to other things as well. And from there, it's been great. I now work on a project with them as well, supporting other mums with stuff like this and getting them the financial help that they need.
So are you saying then for you, the situation was you weren't coping because you weren't accessing basically everything that you had the right to access because you weren't aware of it. And now, how is your financial situation now that you presumably have access to everything that you have a right to?
Yes, that's correct. So at the time, I wasn't sure what I could access. I was always working, full time as well. I was contracting at the time, and now my financial situation is much better. But at the same time, I do have my concern as energy prices have gone up and the cost of living has gone up too.
And so, yeah, with the bills going up and the energy bills will go up again in October, how are you feeling about your current situation and where things might go?
Slightly nervous, just like everybody else, I would say. It just means I would say just try and budget well as much as you can, really. Try and get the support out there. Reach out to Young Mum Support Network, especially if you're a mum as well, of any age. And then from there, you could get an assessment, get the help that you need, also support with white goods as well. So there is support out there. It just means reaching out.
Okay. And so are you having to make hard choices, though, around use of energy and other purchases?
Yeah, I would say so, in terms of just not, using as much as before, not keeping the heating on for a certain time or period, and just being sensible with it.
And just before we go on to Jessica, have you accessed extra specific help as a result of the energy prices going up? Because obviously,
yes.
If you were in a position that was okay previously with the bills going up, it might change.
Yeah, I did get some support from the Household Support Fund, which is £150. So I got access from that, and it did really help me out at the time.
So Jessica, I mean, it sounds obviously from Manpreet that she's found a lot of really great help out there, and it's led to her understanding that there's support that she wasn't previously aware of and being able to access it. How often do you think this is the situation for people who are struggling, that there might be things that they can access that they're just not aware of?
I think it's probably one of the biggest issues. People need to ensure that they're claiming what they're entitled to. If you're facing tough times, make sure you're getting all the support you're entitled to. There are free tools online that can actually help you do that and help work out what you should be claiming. The other thing I'd say is contact your provider and tell them that you're struggling, and they should do everything they can to support you. But the big thing is talk about it. Don't sit there struggling. Make sure you are reaching out.
But no doubt there will be people as well who will be saying, well, actually, I have absolutely scrutinised everything that I am eligible for, and I'm getting what I can, and I still can't manage.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the charities that we fund over 49 money and energy advice charities across the three nations, and they're actually reporting that more, that actually we are seeing more negative budgets. In that case, if you're really struggling with debt or bills, you do need to contact a money or a money advisor. There are lots of organisations that can help across the country, either organisations such as Income Max and the Young Mums Network, or organisations such as Citizens Advice, which we fund, but there are also national organisations like the Money Advice Service and National Deadline.
But what can they do in practical terms if someone is, say, they've basically got coming into the household the limits of what they're able to get? they've cut down their outgoings as much as they can get, and still they can't manage. I mean, there's no magic alchemy to fix that formula, is there?
No, there isn't, and the scale of need is huge. However, this is why we are so thankful as a trust to British Gas. They put an additional £2 million into the Energy Support Fund yesterday, bringing that fund to £6 million, which makes it the largest energy support fund at the moment. Any customers who are struggling to pay those bills can apply for grants of £250 to £750, and that is immediate help. I mean, they can apply online if they're struggling, and the team at British Gas Energy Trust will assess the application and hopefully award a grant.
I know that the British Gas Energy Trust is independent from British Gas, and you're certainly not here to speak on their behalf. But when you say that £2 million donation from British Gas to the Trust, I can hear people at home saying, and they've been getting in touch on Twitter saying, well, you know, what about the profits of these energy companies? That's a drop in the ocean in terms of assistance.
I obviously can't comment on British Gas and their commercial situation. They've supported the Trust since 2004, so they've been supporting us for a very long time with about £6 million a year. And this year, with the new Energy Support Fund, they really have shown their commitment to supporting vulnerable households, and we are grateful as a Trust to that.
Thank you both very much for joining us. Manpreet Kaur and Jessica Taplin, thank you. And
thank
if
you.